Now to tow nightmare. A News4JAX I-Team investigation into your rights living in a community governed by an HOA.
Yeah, people living in a St. Johns County neighborhood reached out to us asking how could it be legal to tow their cars right from their own driveways.
I-Team investigator Jennifer Waugh went to the neighborhood to find out what's going on and gets the answers.
This is where they live. It's the Gables at Wingfield Glen. It's a gated community here in St. Johns County. Some of the people who live here tell me that the HOA's parking rules are giving the towing company that services this community unlimited freedom to tow their cars whenever it wants for what they consider minor infractions.
About 2 o'clock in the morning, and they came outside and the car was gone.
Felipa Cardosa says she had to pay $175 to ASAP Towing after her daughter's boyfriend's car was towed from her driveway.
According to the paperwork, that a quarter of his tire, back tire, was not on the apron of the driveway.
How much of the tire?
A quarter is what they told him. So
roughly
a quarter of a piece of his tire on the road, which would at least put it not into the road, but just off the driveway.
What did you think when you heard that?
I thought it was ridiculous.
They had took my vehicle out of my driveway saying that it was impeding the sidewalk. No warning, no anything.
Tatius Mitchell had his car towed too.
What if we didn't have,
That's what
the
it
money
cost you, $250?
$250.
Why did it cost so much?
So I guess that's what the fee is.
This woman says she doesn't feel like she can have any visitors after her relative's car was nearly towed. What was wrong with them being there?
Actually, it was in a handicapped spot, so I was told that they should have been allowed to park there, but for whatever reason...
And they were handicapped. And they were going to tow them out of the handicapped spot because they didn't have...
the right sticker.
Wow.
Across the street from my own house.
Another resident filed this complaint with the state. He says it cost him $291 in towing fees because part of his tire was touching the grass. We spoke with others, telling us the same. Their cars towed because part of the tire was off the driveway or touching the street. One told us a woman dropping off groceries when he was bedridden had her car towed when it was parked in the street for just 15 minutes. Neighbors say they feel like the tow truck company is preying on them.
And they'll park down the road waiting for people to park to snag cars up, or they'll park at the entrance of the community.
Do you feel like they're just waiting to see if they can catch someone? We went to ASAP Towing to get some answers about that. Vince Serrano is the owner. Residents that we've talked to feel that your company has been essentially predatory towing. What's your response to that?
Predatory is an icky word that many people use words they don't understand what that word means. What does predatory mean? It means you're going to tow vehicles without a contract. You're going to charge exorbitant rates. Neither of those are existing. We've been towing for 28 years. We have contracts with these properties. They have rules. They're enforced.
Serrano showed us pictures of some of the most recent tows his drivers have hauled away from the Gables. This one shows an SUV towed because its tires were touching the grass. This photo shows a car late at night. Serrano says it was towed because two of its tires were off the apron of the driveway.
The car tire is hardly in the road. I mean, some would argue it's just in the gutter here. Why tow that?
It's their rules because their board members call.
And there's this one too.
If you start accepting this, you know what's going to happen? The other neighbors, oh, you can do that. I'm going to park all the way in the grass. At what point in time do you decide we're going to follow this rule? No, you can break that rule, but not this. We don't make it.
These are the parking rules, and they do clearly state that there's no parking on the grass, on the street, or like this car, blocking the sidewalk, and that no warnings will be given. I spoke with the board president who didn't want to talk with me on camera, but told me over the phone that the board has received complaints about the parking rules not being enforced, and that if anyone is towed and feels that it's unfair, a picture is taken, it can be reviewed, and a refund can be given if there's no violation. Are HOAs allowed to do this, essentially set any rules that they want?
Generally speaking, in the state of Florida, HOAs are allowed to pass rules and regulations as they see fit.
Adam Lorson says HOAs have a lot of power.
If you're having an issue, make sure and communicate with your association and do so in writing. I would really encourage these homeowners to go to board meetings and voice their concerns. And, finally, the homeowners do have the ability under Florida Statute 720 to sue their association or take their association to court.
Residents here say they feel like their complaints are falling on deaf ears, and it's costing them. The News4JAX I-Team has discovered more cars have been towed from the Gables here on Scrub J Drive by ASAP Towing than any other community in St. Johns County since January of last year. We checked the tow logs. ASAP Towing has towed 62 cars between January and August of this year, already more than the 52 it reported towing during all of last year. That's 114 tows in just 20 months. We could find only 2 other communities where ASAP frequently tows cars in St. Johns County: the Whispering Pines Apartments and Whispering Woods. They have nowhere near, though, as many tows, 33 and 39 during that same 20-month time period. The one difference, drivers in these communities are issued warnings before their car is towed. That does not happen at the Gables. ASAP's owner says he's just following his contract with the property manager and the HOA.
And the problem is not the fact that we decide to tow. The client has rules, and they're having problems with people coming in and not obeying the rules.
Serrano says if the rules change, he will follow them, but the contract gives ASAP Towing 24/7 access, and his drivers do not need anyone's permission to tow a car. We reached out to the property manager as well via email and called. We still have not heard back to find out about these minor infractions. In the meantime, anyone thinking about moving into a gated community that's governed by an HOA, you'll want to read the rules first so that you know what to expect. Jennifer Waugh, Channel 4, the local station.